The fastest hot stone massage money can buy. Zurich, Switzerland. 264. I'm grinning like a fool as I alert my co-driver of our autobahn velocity, the equivalent of 164 miles per hour. Yet as I triumphantly embrace the incredible speed of this 2018 Mercedes AMG S63, I can't help but notice that he's more focused on a menu within the common infotainment system. I can't believe I've been riding in the car this whole time without a massage, he says. You want me to turn yours on, too? Duh. It's an AMG S-Class. If you're not at the peak of relaxation while burning at warp speed, you're a goddamn amateur. Heart of gold. Say goodbye to the 5.5-liter V8. For 2018, the S63 uses Mercedes AMG's Biturbocharged 4.0-liter V8, you know, the one from the AMG GT, tuned to 603 horsepower and 664 pound-feet of torque. And before you go all there's no replacement for displacement on me, know that this smaller engine has 26 more horsepower and doesn't lose a smidge of torque. Hammer down, the big S63 roars to life with the proper AMG growl, and this engine pulls and pulls and pulls, delivering a wave of power with immediate response in every gear. I won't miss that 5.5-liter V8, not one bit. She can cook. Make no mistake, a nearly 5,000 pound S-Class doesn't handle with the same tactility as the aforementioned AMG GT, but wow, is this thing impressive. I don't remember any version of the Audi A8, BMW 7 Series, or Jaguar XJ feeling this nimble and energetic on winding mountain roads. The Big Merc does a great Panamera turbo impression here, with a nicely balanced chassis, a firm handshake from the steering wheel, and an all-wheel drive system that doesn't slap you on the wrist for trying to have a little fun. This new S63 is far more raucous in execution than any of its predecessors. What a doll. Civilized as an S-Class should be. Only in the AMG S63 is a 164 miles per hour freeway run a total non-event. I'm having a leisurely conversation with my passenger. The cabin is quiet and comfortable. The ride is stable, and so smooth. Should I have more passengers on board, they'd be happy as clams in the spacious and luxurious rear seats. And when the speed-restricted section of German road returns again, adaptive cruise control and steering assist will do almost all of the driving work for me. This car is first and foremost a flagship, and the AMG S-Class doesn't let its newfound aggression upset its key mission of being one of the best luxury cars in the world. Thoughtful updates. Beyond the new 4.0-liter engine and retuned dynamics, the AMG S63 gets a handful of upgrades in noticeable areas. That redesigned steering wheel isn't just for show, it houses two thumb-controlled touchpads to control the latest version of common infotainment, just like the E-Class. Plus, a number of minor material and design tweaks firmly solidify the S-Class interior as the most premium full-size space this side of a Rolls-Royce. Too much tech? Consider this, Mercedes went through the trouble of creating new energizing comfort modes that change the ambient lighting colors, seat massage functions, air purification scent, and even the music, to sort of set a scene and help the driver feel rejuvenated, focused, or invigorated. Yes, they've truly thought of everything, and while this level of onboard tech is impressive, I often find it overwhelming. There are menus within menus and screens that control screens within menus and options for the menus in their screens, and oh god, why won't it just let me play the music on my phone? If you're the kind of technophobe who finds this all a bit daunting, prepare to have your mind blown. I can't decide if it looks better. All S-Class models get a redesigned nose for 2018, with 3-bar LED lighting in the headlamps, and more definition around the lower air intakes. The updates are minor, but to my eyes, they don't seem to improve upon the handsomely understated shape of the outgoing S63. Styling is, of course, subjective, so if you disagree with my placement of this opinion in the cons section, feel free to let me have it in the comments. A mid-cycle update keeps Mercedes S-Class at the top of the luxury ranks. Zurich, Switzerland. Mercedes-Benz isn't resting on its laurels for this mid-cycle enhancement of the S-Class sedan. During a product briefing in Zurich, no one is talking about addressing customer complaints or improving minor details. Instead, S-Class global development boss Hermann Storp lays down the objective with clear direction: we want to build the best car in the world. After all, this isn't just any Mercedes, it's the S-Class. The flagship. The benchmark car, Storp affirms. More than all the others, this is the one car that must contain the full breadth of Mercedes DNA in flawless execution. Visual updates only tell a small part of the story, though the attention to detail here is nevertheless impressive. New headlights feature triple-line LED running lights, and the lower fascia air intakes are a bit more agape than before. The end result is a schnoz that's a bit more assertive in its design, though I'm not sold on the final product. Some of the handsome elegance from last year's model is lost in this update, to my eyes. No matter, the rest of the S-Class shape is svelte and stately as ever, with minor tweaks to the tail lamps and new wheel designs across the full range of models. The US gets 8 variants in total. The S-Class range starts with the S450 and S450 MATIC, with the 362 horsepower, Biturbocharged 3.0-liter V6 you'll recognize from other 450 badged Mercedes models. Moving up the ladder, there's the S560 and S560 MATIC, powered by the same 4.0-liter Biturbo V8 found in the one-rung-up AMG S63, though obviously with less power. There's a Mercedes-Maybach version of the S560 MATIC, as well, and if it's hardy V12 you seek, your choices are either the Maybach S650 or AMG S65, both with rear-wheel drive. All versions will hit US showrooms later this year, with pricing to be announced closer to that time, and Mercedes says a plug-in hybrid version will arrive in the near future, as well. I'd also be remiss if I didn't mention the new S500 that'll be sold in other markets, complete with a brand new, 3.0-liter, Biturbo straight 6 that's both more powerful and more efficient than the older V6 we're getting in the S450. Yes, I'm also curious as to what the hell Mercedes is thinking by not offering this engine in the U.S spec model, but company officials assure me it will arrive in our market eventually, just not in the S-Class. Think CLS or AMG. In any case, I'll have to tell you about the V6 powered S450 another time. As I blast out of Zurich, I'm behind the wheel of the very lovely, rear-wheel drive S560. Its 4.0-liter V8 is the same one you know from a wide range of AMG products, with 14 more horsepower and the same torque rating as the old S550's 4.7-liter Biturbo V8, 4 ratings of 463 HP and 516 lb-ft. Despite this engine's employment under the hood of the yacht-like S560, there's a lot of AMG character within. It begins with a growl upon startup, a hearty, robust V8 sound. There's a wave of torque right from the moment you dig into the throttle, with silky smooth and linear power delivery. It makes for a surprisingly quick S560, too, the all-important 0 to 60 run dispatched in just 4.5 seconds. The 9-speed automatic transmission effortlessly and imperceptibly swaps cogs, never executing a harsh shift even under aggressive driving behavior. Indeed, this engine is capable of a lot, but Mercedes 9G-tronic automatic ensures that the AMG NES never overstates the S560's intended mission of being a formidable luxury barge. The S560 is unflappable, its refinement top-notch. In other words, don't let that AMG heart fool you, this is still a first-rate luxury sedan that's more about comfortable cruising than canyon carving. Body roll is present in corners, the steering is nicely weighted but appropriately devoid of feedback, and the air suspension filters out as many harsh surfaces as possible. Still, the eagerness of this 4.0-liter engine mean the S560 doesn't hate being pressed into service for the occasional bit of sporty driving. But if spirited drives or hugely fast autobahn runs are your thing, might I suggest the AMG S63. It uses the same V8 as the S560, but turns up the wick to the tune of 603 HP and 664 lb-ft. It's fantastic. Of course, for as nice as the S-Class is to drive, it's also wonderfully capable when you let all its semi-autonomous systems take over, let go and let God, as it were. The sheer number of let us do it for you features here is exhaustive.